Give you another option to use the Kimura Tie Off to get to Osaekomi. Okay, we're gonna start. Person's down here. Okay, two hands come in. We're gonna make that nice plus sign again, right? His spine is one, my forearm is the other, and this is the arm that's gonna come through that window to make the tie off happen. Okay, I'm gonna do it on the other side after, but I want to see the Osaekomi from this angle first. Okay, we come through. Two hands come through. And I pull this elbow up, right? And even from this angle, you see how there's a hole here? This is where that forearm's gonna slide through. Okay, so I pull this elbow up, I slide my hand through. Now my hand collects his wrist, okay? I'm gonna grab his belt, and his belt goes over that wrist, I get the tie off. Okay? So now that we're here, we're gonna get to Osaekomi. Let's actually turn right here, man. Perfect. Okay? We're gonna get to Osaekomi here. I'm gonna have my palm, my four fingers, and go right into his neck. Okay? So my palm goes up, and I grab the gi. Now watch, two things are gonna happen. I'm gonna sit, my knee goes down, and look how I almost sit like partial seiza. My legs are almost like a speed bump, wedge his hip and his shin here. I'm gonna use my feet and my hands to drag this person over, right? I tip him here, boom. Right? When that happens, I can let the fore collar go, and look how I'm gonna get my chest to fold on top of his chest here. Right? It's like a sit through. This was the leg that was the speed bump here. When I come through, we finish the Osaekomi pin here. Okay, chest to chest, nice wide feet, and we still have that whole limb, right, tied off. Okay, that makes the Osaekomi bad to worse, is keeping this tie off. Okay, let's go another angle. Maybe like right here. Perfect. All right, we come through. Two hands in. Pop that up. There's that window that we want to shoot our hand through. Okay? My hand's going to paint his forearm. I grab his wrist. My threaded wrist hand grabs my own wrist here. This is where we could grab the skirt, the back skirt. In this case, make sure that whatever you grab goes over the limb. Right? Sometimes when I show this technique, people just grab whatever and they don't actually thread the limb. Right? And you're like, how does it work? Okay? So when we get this far, the best way I could show you is it has to go over that wrist. That's why it's called the Kimura Tie Off. Okay, we're tying off this arm. So now that we go over his wrist, I feed it to my hand that's threaded, and that's the tie off. Okay? Now we're going to go for the turnover. In this case, my four fingers goes in the neck here. Okay? In this case, my left knee goes down. Okay, look how I sit, almost like on my butt. I fold my leg in, I sit. So right now, without a partner, right, I'm kind of just sitting like this. My leg is tucked in. I have a speed bump, extended leg here, and I'm ready to roll my uke over my extended leg. Okay? We have the grip back. There's the tie off, right? And then I sit for that speed bump. Now you're going to feel significant leverage to tip this person. I'll kind of pause them right here. All right, obviously, when you really do it, you'll be a lot more aggressive and you're going to dump this person over. But I'm just showing you, this is the wedge that's being created with my leg underneath my opponent here. Okay? That wedge is working because I have two grips and I'm wedging it, tipping him over. Right? You can see that when he drops, there. This is the wedge that I utilize, right, my leg. Now this leg that was the wedge, I'm going to sit through. So I drag it and pull it back. If I'm a little low, hey, just make the adjustment and come up. And now the pin is there. Okay, so one more time in that transition, I just tip them over. For some of you, it might be hard to come up. Just remember, we're going to pull this bottom leg through. Right, I sit up. Right, and if we're a little low, that's fine. The Osaekomi clock has started. Now we can just move our body up. And now we got the pin. Okay, and look, all the while, this tie off is still existing here. Okay, so how do we make the Osaekomi bad to worse? Tie off a limb. Okay, so challenge yourself, utilize the Kimura Tie Off, get some turnovers, elevate your Osaekomi game.